Waldrop, and you are watching Kingdom Acres on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel where you can catch all of my replays and everything because Facebook no longer holds onto the replays. So the YouTube link is in the description here, and if you have any trouble there, the channel name is Kingdom Acres Homestead with Sandra Waldrop. And so if you have any issues finding me, please let me know and I can shoot you over a personal link. Hi Nora, hi. I don't know why I don't see the comments on my iPad. I'm just gonna be one of those people. I know I promised that I would try to figure that out last time, but my niece got married, and so as the best friend of the bride's mom, I was extremely busy for a good week, but it was so much fun. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Nora. I appreciate all the shares and hearts and likes and everything else. So today I have a really fun craft, a spring inspired craft. Today we're doing crafter's choice, and so when I'm given the choice to do anything, my little ADHD mind goes, woo, everything, I can do everything. And so I hopped around with all these ideas, and I finally settled on something like an hour ago. And so so today we're going to be decorating pots. I love the look of just a plain Jane terracotta pot. The older the better. They get like a natural patina on them when you plant stuff in them, and I just think that it is so gorgeous. But I also love decorated, and I like to add personal touches and things to my sweet little garden decor or home decor, whatever. I will use terracotta pots indoors or out, either way. And I've got a whole ton of live plants in my house. I'm just a plant lady. That's me. That's part of who I am. I'm so happy you're here with me today, Nora. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a base coat of this blue, and the name of it is Pool, and it's just a really pretty light blue. So, and I ended up purchasing like 3 terracotta pots to decorate and use in different like garden vignettes, because I am about doing all sorts of different arrangements outside also, inside and outside. My minimalist husband just loves it so much. Listen, I was raised with macrame hangers in the living room and thrifted stuff. Like, that's just the decor I was raised around, and so it's just kind of part of me, and it's part of what I like and makes my house feel more homey to me. So anyways, I'm just gonna put on a base layer of this blue, and then we'll move on from there. I've got lots of different ideas for decorating this pot to make it look kind of a farmhouse chic, kind of primitive, kind of just shabby. I like some of these things to be kind of shabby looking, kind of neat. I just think it's so beautiful. I'm going to get inside this edge a little bit so that all of that orange is kind of hidden away. Now, if you wanted to leave a little bit exposed, I would not blame you at all. It is a beautiful orange. It really is. I grew up in southern New Mexico, And that orange is just gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Yes, Tracy, it is a beautiful blue color. And it reminds me of kind of like a robin's egg blue. I think it's gorgeous. And I'm sorry if I miss any comments when you guys are talking to me, because I am averting my eyes back and forth, just trying to watch what I'm doing and see what y'all are saying here today. What have y'all been up to today? I had to run and deliver chairs to the party rental place. Just kind of one of the last wrap-up things from the wedding that we had on Saturday. And so I had to haul the trailer over there, and I've kind of dropped the ball on my adult responsibilities with that trailer, because the last time I used it, we lost the license plate on it. The license plate came off on that trailer. And so, like, it's legal, but I don't have a license plate on it. So we're going to have to figure out how to get another license plate for it. And hopefully it doesn't cost $1 million. Anything at the DMV seems to just cost so much money. So I've been kind of avoiding it. And plus, when it's out of sight, it's out of mind, you know, and then when I need to use it, I'm like, oh no. So, and we have 2 trailers, but this was the one that I needed to use for the chairs, because it has a ramp and they could use the dolly, or, you know, like, to get the chairs on and off the trailer easy. So, so I had to go take care of that. But then I was on my way over there, and they were saying that they were going to close and go to lunch. I was like, oh my goodness, please don't close. So they waited around for me. I was like, I'm going to be there in just like 15, 20 minutes. Please just wait for me, because I live in like the next town and a half over, and I was on my way already with it. So I was like, with them, 120 chairs on my trailer. And I'm just going to use a little craft stick here while it's still wet and kind of scrape a little bit. See if I can kind of get around those edges and scrape some of it off. Now you could do like wax if you really wanted to get like some good, and some of these will get covered with my next layer, but in the event that I can have some of this exposed, we'll see which of these get exposed. And this this paint is drying pretty fast. So you can kind of see it's real subtle, not extreme. I can do a little bit more. And it's literally just a popsicle stick that I'm using. I bought a big pack of popsicle sticks, and I'm like, by golly, I'm going to use them for anything I can. And so I do. And it works out. So I'm just giving this little rub marks with that. And when it comes to the label on these things, though, when you buy them from the store, the label doesn't like to come off very easy. And so I used my vinegar spray after I peeled off what I could, and then I scrubbed it pretty good with my paper towel, but it still didn't get off everything, so I ended up going at it with a piece of sandpaper, and that took off the rest of that residue for me without really, you know, damaging the terracotta or anything, because terracotta is pretty easy. So anyways, that's a little bit more dramatic. Let me see if y'all can see that pretty well. Just a little shabby, just a little worn, like me, shabby and worn. Oh, thank you, Nora. Yes, this blue is so pretty. Okay, we're not going to see all of it because Let me just rinse off my favorite brush there. And I'm going to get out my Mod Podge. And I'm just going to try to do a little crackle effect over that. And I'm hoping it works with the Mod Podge. I've never done it on terracotta with the Mod Podge. So we're going to do a little experiment together. And if it doesn't, it's okay. Because we can figure out something here. Oh, and I forgot. I'm running low on my white, so we're not going to do a whole lot of white with it. But we'll do some. Let's see. I hope y'all are having a good day today. So anyways, I went and dropped those off, and the guy was so sweet. I was like, I'm sorry for the way these chairs are stacked. The guys who were loading them back onto the onto my trailer, by the time I got out there, because I was helping clean the building and everything, because we did it at a church, and by the time I got out there, they already had like probably 2/3 of them loaded wrong, and they were like, it is what it is, we're not unloading these. It was the end of the night. We had been there for 2 days already with the decorating and setup, and then the ceremony and reception, and then we were cleaning up, and they were like, like time so I was like, well, yeah, but you know, so I apologized profusely, and the guy was like, this is fine. He was all, sometimes we get them back in just like a pile on the trailer, like they don't even try to stack them. So I was like, okay. I didn't feel so bad, but I had already felt pretty bad because they had to wait for me even though they were trying to go to lunch. So I did feel bad about that, and then inconveniencing them with my poorly stacked chairs. I was like, man, these poor guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little section here, and I'm just putting the glue on, okay, and then I'm going to just get another little brush here and try to break it apart. I abuse my brushes so bad, y'all. So they don't always like me. Whew, look at all that. Do you see all that dust going everywhere? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. All right, here we go. And I just have the plaster, the Waverly chalk paint and the plaster color from Walmart, and I'm going to swipe over that as best I can, and hopefully, I'm kind of low on it, and it's not in the best. I know you're not really supposed to go back over it, but we'll see. We'll see if it works for me. Anyways, let me get my little blow dryer here, my fancy dancy heating tool. It's just a regular Conair blow dryer. And okay, let me push the button. There's usually a button. Okay, come on, thingamajiggy. Well, goodness me. What is going on here? Emma, can you go get me the blow dryer from my bedroom, please? My bathroom. This one's not wanting to work for me for some reason. Maybe I got offended because I usually make fun of the fact that I'm using a blow dryer and not an actual craft heating tool. Hi! Oh, hi, Dina Marie and Kim. Thanks, Kim. Oh, let me see. Done by MT. I'm sorry. Done by me. Okay. That does not say MT. That's an E. My eyesight is just like, I need to get my eyes checked, get my new prescription and everything. It's that time. I know I'm supposed to do it annually. And it's been a good few years, you know. Oh, this one works. This one wants to work for me. Praise God. Y'all are so sweet. So precious. Put that there while I use my third hand here, and I'm just gonna clean this up towards the bottom. And again, I'm wanting this to be kind of rough looking, so if I don't get my crackles, that's okay. I can scrap it up and make it kind of go in my direction anyways, not a big deal. But I really want that blue to show through. So, yay, we're getting crackles. I'm starting to see them. Let's see if I can blow dry it this way. We're getting them crackles. It's coming. They're coming along. And I just kind of like dry brushed it up there on the underside of the band at the top. And it gave it kind of that crusty look that I like. Okay. That looks great. That looks great. I'm liking that. Okay, let's see. Y'all can see those crackles in there pretty good. That's what I was going for. Yay, it worked. My experiment worked. Usually when I'm live, even things that I have practiced don't work. I'm like, well, it worked last time. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's do it again. Let's see if we can get a repeat of something working live for me. All right, so let's do some more of this Mod Podge, and this is just the regular Yellow Label Mod Podge. That's the matte one, and I'm just doing a good little coat here, and then I'm going to, okay, I should, well, yeah, I'll put it in the water, because you never know when I'm going to be done or not be done. Yay for the crackle. Yes, yay. See, yeah, I am just almost out of this white. So we'll do this one. And that's probably all we can get out of it. Okay. Right here, and I'll go up on the top of it, and we'll get it drying. Hopefully we can get that going again with the crackle. Let's try it again. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for being here. So anyways, we got done with all the wedding stuff on Saturday at around 2 o'clock in the morning, which is Sunday morning. We were finally leaving that church. And then the next day, my friend's son was moving out of his apartment, so we took our other trailer over there to help him. And it was fun. It was just a nice day spent with family, and yeah, there was some moving and lifting and doing, but I just enjoy being around our family, so it was fun. It was fun. I know my husband is just like pooped today though. He had to get up early and go to work. Poor guy. I got to sleep in till 9 o'clock. I shouldn't have, because I didn't know that place was closing for lunch at 11. Had I known, I would not have slept in that late. I would have been up at my normal time, which is around 7, to like go out and do all my garden stuff and everything. And so my poor husband, I've talked to him several times today, and he sounds just demolished, just completely demolished. So I think I'm gonna try to have dinner done by the time he gets home, so that he can eat and just go to bed. I'm gonna scruff this white a bit. Okay, we got our crackle. We got our good crackle. Yeah. So it worked again. Woohoo! I don't know how well that's showing up there on the screen, but we do have some good crackle on there. And as it cures and does all of its more drying, because it's really thick on there. That one came out more thick than the other. It'll dry a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for just a minute while I work on my napkin. We're gonna do a little bit of decoupage. See, I knew I shouldn't have put my, what's that called? My paintbrush. Goodness me. My paintbrush into the water, but that's okay. I'll get her back out. Okay, so this one's a 3-ply. I can see the 3-ply, and I'm just peeling off those 2 white plies. I'm just gonna give them a toss over here. Isn't this a beautiful pattern? So I got these napkins from my daughter's high school best friend's bridal shower. She got married back in September. So I've had these since like last summer-ish. I think we had the bridal shower in August. So I took just a few because I just thought the pattern was gorgeous. And I knew I would find something to use them on. And I'm just going to tear, and give it a little tear here. I think I'm gonna tear another piece. So I really just want some pieces, and I'm going to, okay, and that can be bottom maybe. Yeah, okay. So let's see here. Maybe there-ish. Yeah. Ooh, it's flying. It's floating and flying. Okay. Let's see here. I'll get my Mod Podge brush back out of the water for the 2nd or 3rd time now. Yes, the crackle's working. It always makes me so happy when things actually work on my lives. Isn't that sad? I'm like, woohoo! Success! Because when I do things like by myself, it always works. It doesn't matter if I do it completely wrong, didn't follow any of the directions or whatever, but the minute I need to do it like for somebody or in front of somebody, things go awry. Things go just real. Isn't that weird how that happens though? I know I can't be the only one that happens to. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this down as even and smooth as possible. And I'm thinking that I'll probably do this one for my daughter's friend, and my daughter can take it to her, and then I'll do another one for me, because this came from her wedding shower, so I know that she would love to have just a little reminder, aside from the man that she married, you know. Aside from him snoring in her ear all night. Married life is so beautiful. Look at how that looks. Doesn't that look pretty? Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay. Now I'm gonna do some on the other side. Over here. And then, because it's her wedding thing, I'm thinking of more ideas of what I can do. So I don't ever have like a 100% plan when I start these projects of how exactly things are gonna go. I usually just have kind of like a vague idea of what I want to do. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's like that. Probably the only one willing to admit it though. I admit a lot of stuff that I'm just like, eh. Oh, thank you. Yes, I actually thrifted this top from a yard sale, and I've already had it for, I want to say like 2 or 3 years. But yes, I love these colors, and I like the cut of it. I think it's super just cute and feminine. I like stuff like that, you know. But maroon is kind of like my color. I love maroon. I wear a lot of those kind of natural tones, I guess. I had a little piece come off here from my napkin, so I'm just gonna wipe that away. Okay. Let's see. That one came out kind of crinkly, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it looking a little crinkly there. All right. Let's do one more little piece here, and I can just kind of tear this straight edge off. I'm not a huge fan of straight edges on my crafts. I like things to be really just kind of unique and funky. You know what I mean? So yes, it is. And when I sit, it kind of flares out and nobody can tell what is all going on under there with my 4 baby having body, because things are definitely going on under there when I sit. So I like having stuff that'll kind of make me comfortable, you know, just make me feel comfortable and not like everybody can see everything going on. So, okay. Just kind of push that down, tear off this extra, and there we go there. Okay, so we've got some really pretty and interesting elements with the crackle and the decoupage, which I love. So I'm gonna give you a little view there, and it's not symmetrical at all, which I also love. You know, I like having things a little funky. Let's make it a little funky. Okay, so there's that. Let's see, what do we want to do next with it? I brought out, I didn't buy the terracotta plates to go under it because I like different. And so you could, oh, I didn't realize that mic was in my way, so y'all can't even hardly see what I'm doing there. Okay, there we go. I like having the glass plate, but I think what I'm going to do is decoupage this onto my plate. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with comments, but my phone is back a bit, and then my iPad is not my friend yet. I haven't made it my friend yet. I haven't committed the time to figure out all the things. I haven't had it for very long. And the time that I have had it, my 9-year-old daughter has laid claim to it. So, she went to a friend's house last night for a birthday situation, and so oh, I should have done it the other way. Let me do it the other way. Okay, just trying to fit this over, and I'm just gonna tap it down with my fingers. I'm okay with it crinkling up. I'm just going to get it on there. When you do it like this on the back of a plate, it's called reverse decoupage. So if you wanted to look up what I'm doing here, that's what it's called. It's reverse decoupage. And it's just because you're doing it from the back, and you're gonna see the underside of everything. That's what's gonna be exposed. Okay, getting that on there. And then I'm just gonna pull the excess away and try my best to get only off what I want off and left on what I want left on, if that makes any sense. Because according to the chair loading guys, I make no sense sometimes. Aw, thanks, Nora. Oh, goodness. It might be that men are from Mars kind of situation. We were having a communication issue. And it could also have just been that everyone was extremely tired. And I was like, just see what I'm seeing in my brain, or what I saw in, in real life when the guys loaded the chairs. Because I can do that sometimes too. That's me trying to explain algebra to my homeschool kids. These poor children, bless their hearts. Many a tears have been shed over algebra in our house. But I'm sure that's most houses, regardless of schooling preference or methods. Let's see here what we've got. And I'm just trying to get all those little excess pieces. These little sticking outing pieces. Okay. There we go. Okay. And there I am blowing on it with my lips instead of actually using things that I have at my disposal. Crazy. I'm just trying to get it dry enough so I can flip it up and show you guys without damaging it. Because if I touch it now, it'll stick to my fingers and pull off the plate, which I do not want to happen. Do not want that to happen. We'll let that continue to dry for a second. I'm going to get my little stamp pad. And I've got my little Dollar Tree stamps over here because I am Miss High Tech. I'm not. Okay, let me set that there for a second. And I'm going to look for my little stampy thingamajiggy. You know, the little, what's it called? The little plastic cube thing. No, I have it around here somewhere. My life is just currently a sea of craft supplies. And I have 3 daughters. My 9-year-old is like, well, if mom can craft, then I can craft, which is absolutely true. I do not like to keep her from crafting, but it makes it difficult when she takes my stuff and doesn't put it back. Homeschool, yes. So my 2 oldest homeschoolers graduated 2023, and they both graduated that year. Okay, they are a year apart, but the younger one wanted to graduate early with her best friend and with her brother and everybody whom she had been going to co-op with. You know, like, you develop those relationships and you want to have your senior year together. And so he could have done another year of high school, because when he graduated in May, he was 17, but then he turned 18 in June, okay? She was 16, turning 17 in July. So really, she could have done 2 more years, and I would have been fine with that, but they had completed all of their credits that they needed. And, you know, in Texas, we are one of the freest states to homeschool in, and so I don't have to follow the TEA, but I like to follow just to give me kind of like a guideline of, you know, like, okay, we need this many credits for, you know, for certain subjects and stuff, because it's a competitive world out there, and I want to make sure that my kids are equipped. So, but she did it. She completed all of the credits, and she graduated. She graduated early, and my son, you know, he did all of his stuff. But I still have my 9-year-old and my 14-year-old. So I have one in high school, and then one who is kind of older, elementary, going into kind of like a junior high-ish grade level. Uh-oh, did my ink pad dry out? I usually just use my ink pad for like, on a brush, just to kind of like, you know, grunge stuff up a bit. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I'm gonna come to where it's kind of dry. We'll just see. L. It worked. Okay, my L worked. I'm going to put a sweet little message for them, for the boy that my daughter's high school best friend married. Was one of my son's super close friends, and he called me mom and would come over and stay the night and stay up all night yelling at the video game thing, whatever they were doing, and just a really sweet kid. So I'm so happy that they found each other. Okay, so look at how that's turning out. I have L-O. Let's get a V. And again, these little stamps came from Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure the stamp pad came from Dollar Tree also, like more than a year ago. So that might be why it's a little drying outish. And I'm purposely putting these kind of up and down and everywhere. L-O-V. Let's do the E. So, place. Oh, that's a great idea. Doing that instead of, you mean instead of the little plastic block? My kids are both married now, both homeschooled from start to finish. That's so awesome. Yes. So my daughter has a serious boyfriend. My son has not, he'll be turning 20 this summer. He has not had a girlfriend yet, but he has like a good job. He has like his adult job. But he's taking it slow. Like he's looking for a wife, not a girlfriend, right? Like the Bible says, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. So he's looking for a wife. And this day and age, you know, we have so many different family values in our communities and everything, that he's looking for somebody who will share his values. So, you know, so right now this says love. Okay, and I'm gonna write love blooms. So we already have the L and the O out. Let me get the B. And I just love that for him, that, you know, when he does find his wife, that he won't be like, oh, we can't go there, my ex-girlfriend works there, or something like that. He doesn't have any ex-girlfriends. And that's not saying that he will never have any ex-girlfriends, because, you know, you don't know who it is that the Lord has made for you when you're young, right? So it could be somebody he knows or not. We just don't know. We don't know. But so we've got the B. Love. Okay. Blooms. B-L. Well, that stuck to my finger pretty good. So I've got the Mod Podge on there still. See if it'll do that. Ooh, cool. Did it again. O. O. And then let's get the M. So But my daughter and my son both still live at home, and my daughter is kind of my gardening buddy. She got pallets and built her own beds this year, and we go out in the morning together and give each other our updates on our garden. This morning I went out, and one of my bell pepper plants was looking really sad. And if you've ever had a toddler cut their own hair and they just kind of do this, and you're brushing it and all this hair is coming out, you know what I'm talking about? I went over to that pepper plant and I touched one of the leaves and it falls off. And I start touching the leaves and they're all just coming off. They were green, they were beautiful, but it looked like somebody had gone at it with a pair of scissors. And I know nobody had or would do that, but I know that there are some pests out there that would do that. Love blooms. Okay. So, there we go. Love blooms. Isn't that precious? Okay, let's see how this is looking. Dry enough to hold up, and that's how my plate is. You can kind of see the Mod Podge line here in the center that still hasn't dried, but overall I'm liking how this is looking to go under our little terracotta pot. Okay, so let me see here. I'm just gonna do a cute little arrangement if I can find all of my things. My goodness. And I can go ahead and stick my, let me just close up my Mod Podge. I have a tendency to forget to close up my Mod Podge. And that might be, I don't know if I'm the only one who does that. I have gone, like I have this big old giant thing of Mod Podge. And I finished up, you know, I was making like a reel or something. And I finished up what I was doing. And I just like got up and walked away. I think a kid had like called me away for like a situation though, and I never went back till like the next morning, and I had the thickest dry layer of Mod Podge. God's plan is the best plan. Yes, 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 it absolutely is. Okay, I'm gonna cut this. I have, what do I have? I have scissors. Let me try that. If I can get in this a little bit. And try to tell you, I don't always plan these things all the way out. If I had, like I just kind of grab things, go around my house and grab what I have or what I think I'm gonna need, but I don't think through, like, hey, maybe you should check and see if that foam is gonna fit. Okay, so there we go there. And I'll just give that a little dust off. Okay, close up my ink pad before it dries out anymore. My goodness gracious, y'all. Send help. Send help. I hate that sound. Okay. There we go. Even the dog ran away. Even the dog ran away. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so this is gonna be my front right here. I wanna make sure that that has what I want it to have. Okay, and I'm going to get some of this stuff. I got this bunch from Hobby Lobby, and it was a lot fuller when I first got it. But I've been, okay, my scissors are right in front of me. I've been taken from it, and let me use my handy dandy cutters here for this one. Okay, there we go. And let me see, I'm just gonna start going to town, sticking greenery in here. Okay, I'll let it kind of come over a bit. And, okay, so this is way too long, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some off. And right in there, I think. And I'm gonna cut off all this that I had previously taken from. And push that in. See if it'll go in for me. I might need a little something here to make my hole. Because that part doesn't have the wire when you cut that. So I just need one of the thin brushes from Dollar Tree, and I'll just make my hole and stick it in there, and that'll help it quite a bit. Let me just push it, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and I can trim this there and make myself another one, another little hole there, kind of close by. Just let it keep on going. Keep on keeping on. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, do any of y'all garden? I took the Master Gardener class a long time ago, probably a couple of years ago now. And I learned so much. I did. Does that mean I know everything? Absolutely not. But I'm really good at researching when I have an issue. But if any of y'all are in zone 9, I need y'all to watch out for whatever it is that's going around with scissors and cutting the bangs off of the plants. Because, see how this is looking so far. Look at that. Look at how cute it's looking. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, there's that, and you know, so the girl who I'm making this for, she is now pregnant with their first baby. So exciting, so exciting. And you know, when you're first married and your life is drastically changing, I think that little things like this are a good reminder to focus on the love in your relationship. Because when you're no longer dating, you know, every fight, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, this person, like, what did I do? This person is never going to change. They're like, this is just who they are. What do I do? And so I think that little reminders like this for them, you know, reminder of your wedding shower. And I'm not saying that they're having trouble. I wouldn't know, like, you know, I don't see them all the time or anything like that, or, but I'm just saying that, like, just having a sweet little reminder of, you know, the napkins from the bridal shower and stuff, like, kind of helps bring up those feelings of, like, when they were dating and engaged. And I know that this looks like a super sad little thing, but it's gonna give our piece just a little bit of something different, right? And that's what we like, just something a little different. So anyways, I married my husband when we were 18, not just me. We were both 18. I'm actually 10 days older than he is. And he is so silly. He's like, oh, yeah, she's a cougar. I'm like, don't be a stinker. He loves it. He loves being a stinker, and reminded me that I'm older than he is. And then, of course, I resort to the sweetest domestic violence. It's a little slap on the shoulder, quit being a stinker. And he laughs and he loves it. He loves my little love taps that I give him. Stinker. Alright, let's stick that one in there. This also came from Hobby Lobby. The place of the lobby. Hi! Oh, Gina. Hi, Gina. Thanks for being here. New what? Oh, okay. So I was talking about new relationships. You know, when you're young and dating. I'm making this for my daughter's high school best friend. Hi, Irma. How are you? And so they're in their first year of marriage. And I'm just like, you know, when things are, you know, when you're married and you're in your first year of marriage, you want those reminders of when things were brand new and silly and, you know, sticking that in there. So that's what I was saying. But, all right, let's see. How's it looking? What are we thinking here? What do you think about that? Isn't that pretty? I'm liking the shape that we're getting. I'm really liking the shape. And I've got some other little things here that have some brown in it, and I like to add just like some brown just to give it more of an earthy feel to it. Let's see, I'm going to put a little bit more of these in, but I'm going to cut them down a bit to give it different levels in here. Let's see. Different levels of the same element. Kind of gives it that fuller look, that more natural look. So we're looking so far. Kind of made it come out a little bit more in the front, which I love. How are we on time? Oh, I only have 6 minutes left. Okay, I better hurry. Let me get some of this in here. Look at how pretty that is. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. And that also came from Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. It was like on a clearance thing in the little wedding area. I'm going to need my little handy dandy poker again because that's not going to press down in there. And my foam just came from Dollar Tree. I'm not... Okay, I'm going to break that down a little bit. Get that down in there. Just to give some little... just kind of give it a little bit of that delicate feel with these just little things in here. And you can do 2 in 1 hole like this. The size comparison, so I'm making big holes and these are very thin. So if you have a thinner hole poker device, that would probably be your best bet to use a thinner one. But just for the sake of time, I'm going to go with what I got. Okay. Love the flowers. Yes, so much charm. I still have something else I want to add in here. And to me, it's free and it really gives a little something. Let me add some back here that are a little bit taller first though, before I add my little something. And I'll go back here in a little bit when I'm not live, and I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue in those holes so that they're not falling out when she's trying to decorate their apartment and, you know, losing all these little things, or if they move, you know when you're young and in apartment life and all that, you're typically not there forever. Your tendency to move up, especially he has a really good job. And so I know they won't be in an apartment forever. Eventually they'll buy a house and, or even move into, you know, we went from an apartment to a rental house to our purchased home. So, all right, so I've got these all in there and they're just really delicate looking in there. Okay. And now I'm going to add my, okay, goodness gracious. Where did my stuff go? Oh no. Well, I was going to add Spanish moss, but I think I put the bag of it in my back room. So that's okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna set that. I have some Excelsior. Excelsior? What is this? Yes, it's Excelsior. I'm just going to stick this, and I love this because it just gives it a little bit of that kind of country charm that we Texans love. A little bit of country charm, don't we? And I could even go around this with a bow, or just like make a cute bow and kind of glue it off to the side. Let's see how we're looking there. Okay, need more on this side. It's hard for me to like see in reverse. You know what I mean? Let's see. Shove this in around there, and that really gives it more of that country feel. Oh yeah. Okay. So let me get this out. And if you wanted to do a layer of paint on these plates, you could definitely do that. I've done several plates where I've done just part of it decoupaged and painted and different stuff. But let's look at how it's looking all as one piece. What do y'all think? You like that? They had so much charm. Yes. Look at how that's looking. I like the Excelsior. I'm actually liking the Excelsior more than I think I would have liked the Spanish moss. I like how it really brightens up the green on here. And, you know, it kind of gives it just that shabby feel, just the shabbiness. The shabby and the country and all that jazz. All that jazz. I'm just shoving it down in there. No rhyme or reason to my method. Just poke it in. Just poking it in there. And there we go. Okay. All right. And there we go. I'm gonna hot glue them pieces in. Them little sprigs of stuff. I'll hot glue them. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, I love it. I love how it turned out. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I hope you'll check out my Facebook page. I have, well, you can check out my Facebook page, but also my YouTube. I also have a Telegram channel. The link is in the description. If you want to get alerts of when I'm going live, I usually go live on Mondays and Fridays, but you can catch me at other times too, just depending on if I sign up for something in a group or something. So please join my Telegram so you can keep updated on all the things that are happening. And if you follow my Facebook page, you'll get to see all the updates of my garden and all those things. So anyways, here's our project, and thank you so much, y'all, for being here with me today. And thank you for making a homemade home with me today. Y'all take care. Bye.